Hello, my dazzling stars. Welcome back to my channel. This is Cosmic Songs by Anna, and I'm Ananya, or you can also call me Anna. So, today we are going to take a look at messages from your ancestors and who might be the ancestors who are trying to connect with you at this particular time. Who are the ancestors who are there around you in spirit form, or who might be trying to connect with you or communicate some messages to you, who might be coming over from the other side to help support you through this stage of life wherever you are at right now and see you through, and we'll take a look at why they are here and any messages which they want to give it to you. Okay, so today we have three piles because it just felt like that balanced number, and I kept seeing three, so I was like, okay, three. So we have three piles. I'm going to pop crystals in a bit, and I'm also going to flip the cards over. So if you'd like to select with just the back of the cards, you can pause the video here before I pop the crystals on them. And as always, the timestamps for your reading will be given in the description below. Remember, you can never choose wrong. Whichever pile, whichever pile or whichever card or whichever crystal or whichever image you're drawn the most towards, that's the right pile for you. You can never choose wrong. Okay, and trust your intuition. You're always divinely guided, you're always divinely connected, whether you know it or not. Okay, we are all intuitive in nature, so use your intuition. Whichever pile you feel pulled towards, that's the right pile for you. Okay, so with that, I'm going to pop the crystals now. So for pile 1, we have Malachite. It's this cute green crystal. For pile 2, we have Snowflake Obsidian. For pile 3, we have Amazonite. And it's a bit chipped, but it wanted to come out today in the reading. So, yeah. Okay, so let's turn the cards over and take a look at the cards which we have got. Okay, so for pile 1, we have Summer, Bask in Joy and Light. For pile 2, we have Hunter, Track down your fears and desires. For pile 3, you have the Shaolin Master, be graceful in movement and action. You can pause the video here, take as long as you like to, meditate on the cards if you would like to, and I'll see you at your reading. And as always, the timestamps for the readings will be given in the description below. Thank you for joining me here. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you at your reading. Hello, my pile 1. Welcome to your reading. So you have the card of Summer, Bask in Joy and Light, and there's this nice little, very beautiful bee here on this card, and this reminds me, and this is telling me that one of your ancestors, I'm definitely getting female energy from this, okay, and that one of your ancestors who you're connecting to, one of the main ones who are there in your life right now and who are sort of doing certain works behind the scene, okay, in the spirit realms, who is helping you progress with your life and who's helping guide your spirit guides, because our spirit guides, they are angels, and there are angels and spirit guides, but they cannot really take a very active role in our life unless we give them the permission to, or unless we ask them for their help. Of course, they are there with us and they are constantly working with us, beside us, but they need a bit more of an invitation. So what I feel, first of all, with this particular ancestor of yours is that she has almost taken up the managerial role in your spiritual side, okay, and it's almost like she's directing them. She is directing them and she's guiding them so that they can aid you in the best possible way, okay, and that is the first message which I'm getting. And with the bee card here, I'm definitely getting, it's a summer card, but there's a bee here on this card, so I'm definitely getting very queen bee vibes. So I definitely feel like this primary ancestor who you have, who's working alongside you in the spiritual realms right now, and who's there working with you and who wants to connect with you at this particular time. She had that sort of queen bee energy. Okay, she has that sort of queen bee energy, and I'm definitely getting very fiery energy from this particular bee. So I definitely feel like she was someone who was very entrepreneurial. Okay, she was someone who had a lot of skills and talents, and she was not afraid. She was not afraid to ask. She was not afraid to ask for more, or to ask for what she thought she deserves, and she was not afraid of dreaming big. She was not afraid to dream big. Yeah, that's one of the main messages which I'm getting with this particular ancestor. Also, what it's telling me is that she is here because she is here to bring in the summer season of your life. So I feel like right now you are at the spring season of your life, that right now you're planting a lot of seeds. Right now you're planting a lot of intentions, and you're planting a lot of thoughts and ideas of the things which you would like to fruit and which you would like to come to fruition, right? You're doing that planting work at this particular time, and those things are going to come in their harvest for some reason. Yeah, I'm definitely feeling like they will be harvested in the next season. So like 3 months or 3 seasons, because these are generalized readings, so I'm giving you kind of both the spectrums of timeline. So I feel like she is here to work with you and help you usher in that summer season in your life. Okay, and she is here to work with you during this time, because you are putting a lot of things together. You see how this bee is working on different cells, and she is putting a lot of things together, right? She's doing a lot of things. She is using all her legs which she has, and they are all placed at very different places. And wherever she has her legs on, like wherever her legs, whichever cell her leg is on, that cell is a filled cell. So there are still some things which you need to do. There are still some holes, some gaps which needs to be filled, and she's here to help you through that. I'm also getting the message that she is telling you that she kind of sees herself in you, which is why she felt so strongly to come to you and aid you in this particular time. And I feel like, with the entrepreneurial thing, the pioneer vibe, I'm definitely feeling like maybe she was someone who who had to make some really tough decisions in her life. Okay, like maybe she even made a decision to relocate from one particular place to another, because she knew that with the community in which she was in, that community wouldn't serve her well, that community wouldn't help her rise to the top. Okay, and she actually relocated. She moved countries, or she moved states, and she made a new home in this new place. And it could have a lot to do with expectations, the societal expectations at that particular time, because women were expected to behave a particular way, to be a particular way, and she had to. For whatever reason, I am feeling like there was an absence of her male counterpart. Maybe he passed away, maybe he ran away or something, but he was not present. He was not present in the scene, which is why she had to kind of rise up and take on the managerial role in her life. Okay, which is why she knew that it's not going to be enough. She cannot feed her kids, she cannot feed her family and continue and ensure their survival and their well-being if she just stays confined to what's expected out of her. So maybe she made some tough decisions. She sold some land, and she decided to move, she decided to relocate. And I feel like she did a lot of things. Like, yeah, the absence of her male counterpart was the reason why she actually started taking on these things, but those are some of the skills which she was born with. And while she always yearned to do all those things even before, I'm kind of getting the feeling that obviously because of the societal expectations at that particular time, she couldn't. And because of the shift, because of the change of her of her status, because of that absence of her male counterpart, or maybe he fell sick. Okay, so he was not able to be the cat, he was not able to be the provider of the family. So she kind of stood up and she decided to take on the role of the provider of the family, and she relocated, she moved houses, even if it is like not like major relocation, like from one state to another or from one country to another. I'm definitely feeling like she made some decisions to change her neighborhood, or change her house or something like that. Like I definitely am seeing, because the bee comes with wings, that she made some decision to move, she made a decision to relocate. And she worked really hard, because you know how the concept of the worker bee, and she was not afraid to get her hands dirty, as in the sense that if she had to shine shoes to get some money, she would do that. If she had to wash some dishes at someone else's place in order to get some money, she would do that. But at the same time, she was very smart, she was a very smart woman, and she actually ended up saving a lot of money. And she ensured that her male counterpart, if her husband was sick, that he was taken care of, that he got all the medicines which he needed. And her kids they got all the opportunities which she wouldn't have been able to provide for them if she had remained where she had. But she worked hard, she earned a lot of money, and she saved and invested that money, maybe not in her own name, because back then women were not allowed to own property or do things by themselves, right? Maybe not in her name, but then she did a lot of things. She invested her money at very judiciously. She invested her money at just the right places, and she was very smart about it. And that's how she accumulated a lot, and that is how she could actually get a lot of money. And it's almost like, yeah, while she was doing all these menial tasks, and she was doing all these tasks which are not commonly seen as something which a woman should do. So maybe some people even look down upon her, but she never let that get to her. She never let that get to her, and she actually got whatever money she earned. She used that very judiciously. She was very wise about it, and it's I'm almost getting the Queen of Pentacles vibe from this particular ancestor of yours. Okay, like she was very wise and she knew exactly where to invest. It was just something, a skill which she was born with. And obviously if she was born at this particular time, she would have done so great. But well, back then the times were different, so she couldn't get all the opportunities which were there, which are available to us today. But she made the most of it. Maybe she opened accounts in the name of her husband or someone else, but like she did a lot of things which are not something people expect one to do ordinarily. But then she did a lot of things which are crazy. And but because of that, because of her craziness, because of her daring, because of her guts, and because of her smarts, she could ensure the survival of her family. She could ensure that they were taken care of, that they got good schooling, that they were always provided for, that she could see her daughters getting married. And she did all that. She was a very hard worker, and she did all that. And it's almost like by the time she passed on, by the time she left this earth, right, left her body, by the time she died and she moved on to the next phase of her life, she had done a lot. Her children were very grateful to her for all that she did, and they led very different lives because of what she had done, because of the things which she had started. Okay, and I'm also getting she also helped some other people. Okay, there were people around her who also benefited because they came in contact with her, right? So it's not just that she just took care of her family, it's almost like she took care of her community. She took care of her whole community, whether people could say it out loud or not. But some people hated her for that, some people were jealous of her for that, but she didn't care. She was just who she was, and she was just that person. And she didn't let any of those negative thoughts and ideas or negative judgments towards her get to her. But also at the same time, sure, she's definitely telling me that she also didn't have the time to be bothered about what everyone else thought, because she was making a living. She was busy making a living, and she was busy making sure that her community, her family was provided for, and that she could do her little bit in this world. So she was too busy to worry about who's gossiping behind her back, who's saying what about her. Maybe her children were, or maybe her children couldn't take it so well, but then she didn't have the time. She didn't have the time to think about all those things, to worry about all those things. She just had to get on with her life every day. Okay, so what a great, beautiful ancestor to come out for you. Wow. So let us see if Spirit has any other thing to say about her. Okay, like any other information which you would like to provide about you. Or are we done? So let me know. Okay, I'm feeling this card, Queen of Fire. Yes, I was telling you, right? Okay, so she definitely embodied this energy where, she was very outgoing, she was very strong, and she was very enterprising, industrious. She was very inspiring. I love this. Okay, what a beautiful ancestor, what a strong ancestor to come out for you. Okay, so now we're going to check who, if there are any more ancestors. So who are these ancestors, and why are they here? Why are they here right now, and why do they want to connect with you? Okay, so who, if any more, and why? Okay, so ancestors of group 1, are there any more of you, and why are you all here? Why are you all here in the lives of pile 1, and what do you aim? Okay, so I'm feeling there is no one else. Yeah, I feel there is just one, this particular ancestor. So let's take a look at why they're here. So you have a Princess of Discs, you have 7 of Cups, I see, and yeah, I'm feeling this card, Ace of Discs. Love that. Okay, so I'm definitely feeling like there are no other ancestors, and this is the primary ancestor who you're working with. Like before I felt like there could be more, but then third deck was like no. Okay, so okay, so with the Princess of Discs here, I feel like this is your energy at this particular moment, okay? Like she was the Queen of Fire, the ancestor who's connecting with you at this particular moment. She was the Queen of Fire. And you, right now, you're the Princess of Discs. And what the Princess of Discs signifies is that someone who has just set out on a new journey, okay? Someone who has just set out on a new journey, and someone who is like planting the seeds, which is what I was talking about with the spring season, right? Like someone who just started planting the seed, and someone who has just started out in their life, someone who is beginning to dream, someone who is beginning to explore, and kind of I feel like you have started on this path. You are working on a new field, or maybe you're thinking about starting to work on a new field, because the Ace of Discs is here. So it's something which is very new to you, it's a new field to you, and maybe you feel a little lost, maybe you feel a little confused, and you know that there's a lot of learning which you have to do. Okay, there's a lot of learning which you have to do in order for you to reach your greatest potential. You have a vision. I can definitely see that you have a vision of where you want to be, and this is a really, whatever this new field is, this is a very lucrative idea. Okay, this is what you're meant to do at this particular moment, which is why also this queen, this sassy ancestor of yours has showed up right now in your life, and she's working with you behind the scenes. Okay, but why she is here is obviously because, first of all, it's something new for you. But with the 7 of Cups, what it's telling me is that this 7 of Cups is actually quite different to the Rider-Waite 7 of Cups, and I feel like there is a bit of clogging up of energy is not flowing so smoothly. Okay, so I feel like the things you're working towards, the path you're headed towards, that is the right path for you. But at the same time, that is the right path for you, but then at the same time, maybe you lack a bit of confidence. Maybe you lack confidence, and you lack the vision, and you don't see your own potential. Like, yeah, you feel called to work on this particular line, you feel called to do this particular thing or pursue this particular dream, but at the same time you lack faith. Yeah. Okay, so with that, I'm feeling like you kind of lack, you don't have that faith within yourself. You don't have that faith within yourself, and you don't see your own potential, and there's a bit of confidence which is lacking at this particular time. Okay, all your emotions, you're not very aligned right now. You're not aligned. I see that you're working towards your alignment. You're working towards your alignment, and she is helping you get to your aligned state. She's helping you get to your aligned state where you'll be able to actually plant the seeds in a better mindset, with a better mindset. Because you see, when you're planting the seeds with this energy of worry, with this energy of fear, with this energy of wonderment, like, okay, but am I good enough? Like, I almost feel like it's the energy of you lacking that sight, you lacking that faith in yourself and in your own abilities. And it's like you have dreamt this dream. You see how it's almost like she's holding this ace of coins. You have dreamt this dream, but at the same time you are kind of lacking that faith in yourself. You're like, okay, I know this is a dream which I have, and I want to pursue this. I want to go and do this thing, but then am I good enough to do this thing? So I'm feeling like that sort of questioning which is happening in your mind at this particular moment. Okay, and also it's like you're very new in this path, whichever path you have started working on, but then this ancestor is telling you that this is the right path for you, which is why she has showed up. The Queen of Fire is beside you, and she will take you to the Queen of Pentacles energy, where you will be the queen who will be manifesting everything around her. So that is why she's here in your life right now, to see you through this stage, because right now you're beginning to do something which maybe she has worked on in the past, and now she is guiding you through that. And that's I love that for you, my dear pile one, because it's definitely telling me that they have a lot of faith and they see the potential in you, because they didn't have the time to think, to worry. They didn't have the time to worry about what everyone else is thinking about them, what if they're being judged or not. They just didn't have the time. They just didn't have the energy to worry about all that. But I feel like you kind of have all those worries, and maybe you have fears of being judged about having to pursue this thing or wanting to pursue this thing. Basically, I feel like your emotions, your energy is not flowing in the proper way, which should. And so there is some clearing up which needs to happen behind the scenes, which is what she's helping you with. Okay, because this is the only card which shows a bit of block. The Prince of Wands, the Prince of Discs is a new. She is just starting her journey, but at the same time she is also very open to learning, which I can feel is like your energy at this particular moment. And the Ace of Discs means a new potential, a new seed which you're planting, which will only harvest to give you like so many fruits and abundance. Is going to be marvelous. Okay, so she definitely sees promise here, and she wants you to see the promise here, and the promise that you hold, the potential that you hold. Okay, so let's see if there are any additional messages which she has for you. Any additional message for pile one? Additional message from pile one. Okay, you have love. Okay, oh, I'm definitely feeling like she's sending you a lot of loving energy. Love that. Okay, you have Four of Earth. You see, like, there are so many discs, there are so many pentacles which are surrounding you. So whatever this new thing is which you're working upon, right? Whatever this new thing is which you're working upon, that has that potential of growth. But I see, like, with the Four of Earth and the Four of Air, you might feel a bit stuck. But then at the same time, she's telling you to let go. She's telling you to trust. She's telling you to trust that all your dreams and all your visions, they are going to come true. All your dreams and visions, they can come true. She believes in you. All you have to do is believe in yourself. All you have to do is remember to hold the patience, even when something is taking a bit longer to manifest. It's not that it's not working, it's working, but then it's just taking a little longer. So remember to be patient with it. Okay, and with the love card, I'm definitely feeling like she's sending you a lot of love. She's sending you a lot of love, and I feel like she's also telling you to do whatever this thing is, because you love, with love you pour out that love. Like, yeah, obviously you want it to manifest and you want it to become that kingdom which you might aspire to build. But then I feel like she's almost telling you, like, your dreams at this particular moment is like very, has a ceiling to it, okay? And I feel like she's sort of telling you to remove the ceiling. She's telling you to remove the ceiling of your dreams, because what spirit is offering to you is much better. What universe is offering to you is much better than what you're dreaming at this particular moment. So she's basically telling you to bring in queen that queen bee energy, okay? Like, dream your wildest dream and then some more. Okay, do not constrain yourself, do not restrict yourself with your dreams, do not restrict your own potential. So this is my uncommon tarot, and I use this for ancestral work. So let's see any other messages which she might have for you. Messages for pile 1, messages from ancestors of pile 1, messages from the ancestors of pile 1, messages from the ancestors of pile 1. Okay, I'm feeling this card. Page of coins. I mean, yeah, that is definitely your energy. Okay, you also have 3 of swords. Okay, let's see. Messages for pile 1. Okay, sorry, I had to cover that up because YouTube is very strict with its rules right now. So you also have the Page of Cups, and it's kind of cracking down on nudity from what I hear. So yeah, I just had to. Let's see if there are any more messages for pile 1. Messages for pile 1. Messages for pile 1. 4 of Cups again. Okay. You have the 4 of Air. Never mind. But I definitely saw this as the 4 of Cups. Okay, the 4 of Air here, I saw it as the 4 of Cups. So I'm definitely feeling like, yeah, this is the sort of message which wanted to come through. Anyway, so with the Page of Coins is what she is telling you is that, again, the thing which I was telling you, okay, like, dream your wildest dream and then some more. Like, right now your dreams are that of a page. Your dreams are, you're dreaming, but then at the same time it has that ceiling. She's telling you to remove the ceiling and dream your wildest dream and then some more. Because, yeah, you are just starting here, but you don't know you don't realize your own potential. You don't realize your own potential, and Spirit is actually offering you so much more than what you are aware of. Okay, Spirit is offering you so much more than what you are aware of. So she's telling you to let go of all expectations, let go of your end vision, because what you're envisioning that right now might be restricting your growth. Okay, so she's telling you to remove some of the ceilings which you might have set on top of yourself. Dream your wildest dreams and then some more. This is the line which I'm getting again and again. Okay, what I'm getting here with the 3 of Swords is that she's telling you that you're with your work here, you're going to heal generations. You're going to heal generations of trauma. Okay, but then at the same time, I feel like she's telling you that there is a bit of that inner child healing which needs to be done. Okay, which is also why she's here. She's sending you a lot of love to you. Okay, because there are some of those wounds which you might be carrying from your past. There are some of those wounds which you might be carrying from your past, which are actually holding you back. Okay, which are actually holding you back and not letting you dream your wildest dreams, because somehow, somewhere, you still doubt your own abilities, you still doubt your own potential because of your past experiences. Like, there are some of those past wounds, and I feel like generational traumas as well. Okay, maybe a lot of people after her tried to work out in the direction to follow her footsteps and do their own things, set out do things on their own, but then they couldn't for whatever reason. Okay, so they started doubting their own skills and abilities. Okay, but what she's saying is that it's because they didn't try enough. Okay, they gave up when they failed once or twice. They gave up because they failed a few times, whereas in her life she failed multiple times, but she never gave up, which is why she was able to rise to the place where she was able to provide for everyone. Okay, and that is kind of the energy which you need to embody. The things which you are aiming for at this particular moment, those things might be scary. Those things might be, the rejection might be scary. Rejection hurts a lot. Yeah, rejection hurts a lot. But then at the same time, if you don't, it's also like you have to get over the rejection. You have to get over the rejections, because yeah, the rejections might hurt, but it's only when you move past the rejections that you are able to see more potential. If you're getting rejected, do not take that as a no. Take that as like instead of taking rejections as a no, ask yourself, okay, is there another way in which I could be doing this thing? Is there another way? Is there some changes which I need to bring into this thing? Do I need to make some changes into this thing? Or am I just doing the same old thing which everyone else is doing? Am I just following trends? Because she's telling you to stand true to who you are. She's telling you to embody your own strengths, embody your own potential. She's telling you to step into your own shoes. You're not following anyone, okay? You are not following anyone, and you don't want to be like anyone. You want to be who you are at the best of your potential. And it's when we try to be like someone else, it's when we try to be like others, that's when we fail. That's when we make our biggest mistakes, because we are trying to copy others. We are trying to embody others. We are trying to follow trends. Instead, she's telling you that instead of following trends, you go your own way, you do your own things which you want to do. So it's like, like there are a lot of these trends which are there, like on over YouTube and on Instagram and everything. So instead of following trends, do not let the trends restrict you. Okay, she's telling you that do not let the trends restrict you. Like use the trends, do the trends which call to you, but you don't have to follow each and every trend. You don't have to follow something. You don't have to follow in anyone else's footsteps, because yeah, you might see yourself as this princess, you might see yourself as just a beginner, but in reality, you are the king of swords. In reality, you have already done a lot of these works in your past life. You already have a lot of wisdom deep within you, and you also carry the wisdom of your past previous generations, okay, of your predecessors, of your ancestors. She's here trying to help you clear out those doubts, those fears of being rejected, those fears of failing, and telling you to embody who you are. Who are you? Embrace that in the totality of its meanings. Don't just do it for the sake of doing it. Don't just make affirmations without consciously affirming the things which you are affirming about. Okay, and that's the message from you. You see how sassy her energy is? Just look at the look which she is giving. She's like, girl, it's time for you to step into your own power. It's time for you to step into your own identity. It's time for you to step into your own potential. Okay, you have the compass. So with the compass card, she's telling you, oh, I don't want to hide her face. I love her face. Okay. With the compass card, she's telling you that you're already facing your true north. You're headed in the right direction. Stop asking your questions. Stop judging your own potential. Yes, you're headed in the right direction, but then you do not see the end of it. Do not envision that do not think that you have seen the end of it. It's like she's telling you to dream to be that 1%. Usually we dream to be the next millionaire, or just maybe make 6-digit figure a month, but she's telling you that your dreams don't need to have a ceiling. Dream your wildest dream and then some more. Aim to be in the top 1% if that's something which calls to you. Whatever the thing is which calls to you, dream some and then some more. Okay, then you have the mask. So I feel like with this, she's telling you to follow your own intuition, follow your own feelings when something feels right to you. And yeah, I think this is why I picked up on the trends energy. If something feels right to you, do it. If you like a trend which you are seeing, do it. If you do not like a trend which you are seeing, you don't have to do it. Just because everyone else is doing it doesn't mean that you have to you have to do it as well. Okay, just because it's being done by everyone and it doesn't call to you, you don't have to do it. Trust your intuition, trust your feelings, because your feelings are guiding you in the right direction. And what does not feel good needs not be put out there. And also I feel like she's telling you that do not be afraid of redoing things. Do not be afraid of redoing things. Yeah, she's telling you do not be afraid of redoing things, because if you're not happy with what you're putting out there, then you're not attracting the right kind of energy. Don't just do something for the sake of doing something. Like, I'm going to give you an example. Let's say you are trying to start this YouTube channel and then obviously monetize it. Yeah, I'm there. So this is the platform which makes sense to me. So you have started a channel and you're trying to monetize it, and now I know everyone says that you have to put this many number of videos per week, and you have to follow consistency, you have to follow a routine, you have to follow a pattern, you have to do everything, feed you the algorithm enough so that it can populate your videos, to put your videos out to masses and stuff. Okay, but then what they don't tell you is that do not put things out which you're not happy with. Okay, now I have been guilty about that, because I have done that in the past, but I have made some of those videos private because I was just trying to feed the algorithm, and I wasn't happy with them. And I have, after that, after I realized that I was not doing myself justice by putting something out there which I'm not happy with, I stopped doing it. Okay, like there was this one video which I filmed, I forgot. Okay, but then that never saw the light of the day, and I spent about like 4 hours after it. But then I just didn't feel, I just didn't feel happy about it. Okay, I just didn't feel happy about it, and so I decided to trash it, because I would rather put something out which I'm happy with at this particular moment. Because if I'm not totally happy with something, it's okay to redo it. And that is basically what she's telling you, that if you're not happy with what you're putting out, do not put it out there, because then it's just going to go to the wrong people, and people are going to get the wrong impression of you. If you're not happy with the product which you're selling, it's okay, take some more time. You don't have to do it this very instance. Trust in divine timing. Everything is always moving in the divine timing, and things will happen for you when they are meant to happen for you. Okay, trust in the divine timing. Do not just do things which is you following the masses. Do not follow the masses. Follow your own unique pattern. Follow your own emotions. Follow your own feelings. If you don't feel good about something, it's okay to trash it. If you feel, only when you feel completely satisfied about something. Now obviously do not give it your all. Do not give your 100% and some more, and then think that, oh, it's not perfect, it's not as good as someone else. Do not go into comparison. Do not compare your stuff with others. Be unique with who you are. Let your own energy show through. Let your own spark show through and come out. Okay? That was the message. And you have the lady. Okay, so with this, I'm definitely feeling like she's telling you to dream. She's telling you, maybe even write. If writing is something, if writing is something which you wanted to do, but then you think you cannot be a good writer, or maybe you had that idea a few times, she's telling you to write, and she's telling you to dream. Okay, yeah, be who you are, because you're unique, you're beautiful as you are, you're gorgeous as you are. Okay, you're precious as you are, and you have your own scent, you have your own signature, and that world needs that. The world needs that. Okay, the world doesn't need you following everyone else. Whew. Okay, so let's see. You have We the Hathors, Deep Love, Mother's Milk, Birth as a Portal. Okay, you have Earth School, Life Lessons, Soul Growth, Study, Higher Learning. Yeah, she's definitely telling you that you need to be open to stuff. Okay, be open to stuff, be open to making mistakes, be open to redo things, be open to learning, because it's only through learning that we can become who she was able to become, that we can become the queen of fire, that we can become who we were meant to be, and that we can succeed. Do not say no to learning. If something is not working, if something didn't work the first time, take it as a lesson. Say, okay, thank you for the lesson. Ask yourself, what is the lesson in this thing? Learn the lesson and then move forward. And then you have Earth. Okay, learning how to be human in the world but not of it. So, my dear pile one, with all these three cards, I feel like what she's telling you to remember that you are special, you are more divine, you're more significant than who you think you are. You have that king energy, you have that queen energy which she had, which is why she's here to help you through, which is why she's here to see you to your greatest potential. Okay, see you to the summer of your life where you are at your peak, where it's not like you after your peak you're going down, no, but it's like you peaked and then you reach the next level of your consciousness. So she's here to help you to the summer of your life, and right now it is the spring, it's the time for planting. So plant with intentions, plant with clear intentions, and be open to all the gifts, be open to all the lessons which are coming your way. But at the same time, I'm feeling like she's also telling you to safeguard your own energy. Do not consume media, do not consume stuff which won't make you happy, which make you cranky, which make you angsty, okay, which make you anxious. Remember to trust the flow. When you need to take a break, take a break. You don't have to work like 24/7 like a worker bee. Remember that you are part of a hive. You're not alone doing the things. She is with you, and you have your angel guides and you have your team working with you. And I also feel like you have a huge soul family here on earth. You might have met some of them. You see how in the Hathors there are like 4 people, like there are people and then there are more people. So I feel like, yeah, there are so many people. Wow. Okay. So I feel like she's telling you that you have a huge soul family and you have not met your soul family yet. And it's okay. Remember to trust the direction you're being led towards. Remember to trust the flow, because you're being led, you're being guided in the right direction. Trust the flow, and you will meet your soul family in this lifetime. And that is why you are, it's almost like it's reminding me of the Hanged Man. Okay, like right now you're going through all the things which you're going through in order to reach the next level of consciousness, where things start growing, when things start multiplying. Okay, and that's when you will attract all those beautiful people into your life, when you step into your own power, when you step into your own energy. Because right now, even though you're doing a lot of work and you're doing great work, and she's super proud of you, that is why she is here. But at the same time, she wants you to remember that you have your own uniqueness, and it's okay to trust that uniqueness. It's almost like it's time for you to go through the lessons which you are going through. Keep on learning, keep on planting, plant with pure intentions. Make sure that your intentions are clear. Okay, you have this beautiful card. Wow. So it says only time will tell. Okay, I know many of you are probably not happy about this message, but it's okay, because I don't always take what's written on the back of this cards, but I like to show it to you regardless. And I've already checked, they have no nudity. Okay, so you have deep in your heart, you already know the answer. Do what feels right. Yes. This deep in your heart, you already know the answer. Do what feels right. And you have this beautiful card. This definitely talks to me about that growth, that summer period which you're going towards. Let's see what this card says. Criticizing one another will only lead to further unhappiness. Love and accept each other as you are, and your relationship will magically transform. Okay, so I feel like it's talking to you about self-criticism. Are you criticizing yourself needlessly? When you come upon an obstacle, instead of criticizing yourself, instead of being annoyed with yourself and asking yourself, how could you have not seen that particular obstacle come? How could you have not seen this? I should have known better. Okay, I should have known better by this time. I should have known better, and I should have known like this thing is not going to work. She's telling you that you need to stop criticizing. Okay, stop criticizing yourself, because that is not working. Instead, criticism is not the energy which you need. What you need, so ask yourself that if something is not growing, if you have come upon this obstacle, if you have come upon this wall, why is it blocking you? Why are you feeling the block? Or what could be the lesson here? If you got a rejection, what could be the lesson here? Also remember, like, I definitely believe that every rejection is a protection. Okay, every rejection is a protection from your spirit guides, from your spirit team, because that is not something which is meant for you at that particular moment. It's not that it's a complete no. It's like a, see, burn the letter and stuff. No, it's not that kind of no. It's like it's not right for you at that particular time. Maybe you'll be led here to this particular place. years later or months later or days later. You never know. Okay, which is, I think, and that is why you have only time will tell. But you have to remember that that criticizing is not going to help you. Do not criticize yourself. Ask, what is the lesson here? What do I need to learn here? And remember to trust the flow. Remember to trust the flow. If you are being stopped somewhere, see what other doors are opening for you, because if one door is closed, there is definitely another door which is opening up for you. You have to trust yourself, you have to trust your spirit guides, you have to trust your ancestor, because she's actually guiding you through those doors. Okay, she's here to help you and she's here to guide you through the doors. And remember that right now you're at a phase of your life where you're doing a lot of planting, you're doing a lot of intentional planting. So make sure that you're only doing intentional planting, because you only want the things to be manifested which you want, right? You only want the right things to be manifested, and you don't want the wrong things to be manifested, right? So do intentional planting and don't do mindless planting. Don't be haphazard about it. What are your dreams? What are your passions? And what is you? And what is only external influence? Okay, so that, my dear pile one, was your reading. I know it went maybe a bit longer than I had expected it to, but that's okay. I'm trusting that your spirit team needed me to get all these messages to you. So if you made it to the end of this video, thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. If you like this video, to give this video a like, leave a comments down below. Let me know if this resonated, and I would like to connect with you. So leave your comments below in the comment section and I'll be sure to get back to you. Okay, thank you for watching and I'll see you the next time. Bye. Hello, my group 2. Welcome to your reading. So before we begin, I would like to invite your ancestors in so that they can come forward and share their messages with you. And I'm inviting them to this reading. Okay, so first of all, you have the Hunter card and it says write down your fears and desires. And you have the Snowflake Obsidian. Okay. And you also have, you don't have this, but then before I began this reading, I was actually called to get my rose quartz ball. So I feel like this is someone who wants you to heal. This is someone who is coming forward with a lot of loving energy and with a lot of healing energy for you. Okay, like this is someone who feels very strongly about you and they love you a lot. And I feel like you might be a pile too. You had a very close relationship with this particular ancestor of yours. Okay, they were like a best friend to you, or maybe like a grandfather, because these are generalized readings, so I'm just giving different examples. But then I'm definitely getting the first word which came to my mind was grandfather, even though I said friend. So I think it's definitely significant. So maybe some of your friends have actually passed over, maybe recently or in the recent past, and they're here to share their energy with you. They are here because they want you to heal and they want you to let go of the regrets which you have in your own heart. Okay, I feel like maybe some of you have regrets. Like basically what they're telling me is that maybe you are holding a bit of regret in your own heart that you didn't get to spend as much time as you would have liked to with this person. Like this person was very close to you, but maybe towards their end where they were reaching out to you, you didn't really have the time or you didn't have the energy to hang out with them, and you were like, okay, I'll just see you tomorrow. But then unfortunately that tomorrow never came. I don't think this is for everyone. I feel like this is for someone in very particular. So your ancestor is telling you, or your friend is telling you, that this or this is an ancestor who was also like a friend. So it can be a grandfather, a grandmother, or even your mom or dad, or maybe even a sibling. So this is basically someone who you saw as a friend. They were not just a relation, they were like a friend to you. Maybe you shared everything together. Maybe you dreamt some dreams together. You had some visions which you had dreamt some dreams, like the both of you together, like you wanted to do this things. But then towards the end, you didn't really get to spend a lot of time with them. So maybe in your own heart you're holding a lot of regret. Okay, so they're definitely telling you to let go of that. Like even though you feel that you should have spent more time with them, they understand why you couldn't, or why if you didn't get that opportunity, and they're telling you that they'll definitely meet you in the next life. If you choose to reincarnate again, they'll definitely meet you in the next life, and if not, they'll see you in the spirit realms when it's time for you to join them. And they're telling you to march forward. They're telling you, I feel like some of you might even be grieving at this particular time, or maybe you're holding a bit of grief in your grief in your own heart, and which is why I was again called to get the rose quartz. So if you feel like, if this is resonating, you can definitely I would definitely suggest that you go through some healing, because they're definitely telling you to heal that part of yourself, heal that wound. That it's okay to let go of that feeling that you didn't, or you couldn't do enough for them, that you couldn't live the dreams together. They're saying it's okay, because they can see you from the other side. You might not be able to see them, but they can see you from the other side, and they are cheering you on. They are cheering you on, and they're telling you to move forward with your own life, that it's okay. It's okay. Whatever happened, it was meant to happen, and it was not your fault. And you should not hold any sort of regrets or any sort of grief over their passing in that context. They want you to remember them for the good times that you shared together, and not what didn't work together or what you couldn't do together. They're telling you to focus on the good times, and work on healing yourself, because they are here. I feel like they are here with you at this particular time, because they really want you to heal. They want you to heal and remove the shadow which is there in your life. Okay, so yeah, I can feel like this is a bit painful for you all, my dear pile 2, maybe, but then this is the ancestor who is working with you at this particular time, or this is the family member who is working with you at this particular time, and they are saying it's okay. Okay, let us pull some more cards and see the what anything else about this particular ancestor. So I'm definitely feeling like it's a, yeah, as I said, like it can be a male or a female, because I'm getting kind of tender energy from them, balanced energy from them. I'm not getting like prominent or dominant male or dominant female energy. I'm getting a very balanced energy. Like even if they were a male or identified as a male, they were so in connection with their feminine side, and even if they were a female or identified as a female, they were very much in tune, in connection with their masculine side. So yes, very balanced energy. So maybe they could have been Libra sign, okay, or yeah, I'm definitely feeling maybe they were a Libra or a Sagittarius, since this guy is the hunter, and this person did come up with like he has horns and he is holding a bow. So, or maybe even an Aries or Capricorn. So those are some of the signs which are coming forward. But I definitely feel like this is someone who has left this realm very recently, like not more than 10-20 years ago. Yeah, no, 10 years ago, not more than 10 years ago. This is someone who has left this plane very recently. And I mean, like, yeah, 10 years might feel like a long time for us here on the earth plane, but then for them there on the other side, it's not. It's because time does not work in the same context, and time does not have the same rules on the other side of the veil. Okay, so let us check anything else about this ancestor, which they were also very wise. Yeah, you definitely looked up to them. You definitely looked up to them, and they were very nurturing. They were really nurturing, and you were very close with them. Okay, so let us see any other messages about this ancestors. I don't know if this is resonating, my dear pile 2. Do let me know. Okay. Yeah, and they had a quiet strength about them. They had a quiet strength about them. As I said, like their energies, I'm feeling very balanced kind of energy. It's not overly masculine, or it's not overly feminine. It's a very balanced energy. Like, and I'm definitely feeling like the same thing which I was saying. Like they were someone who you really looked up to, and you saw a quiet strength about them, but then at the same time they were very nurturing about you. Okay, I feel like they were someone It's like they tamed you. They tamed the wildness in you, and they taught you how you can use your channel your wildness, how you can channel your energy in the direction that you want to. Okay, so that's about it about this ancestor. Let's see if there are any other ancestors who are wanting to connect with you at this particular time. Just give me a minute while I arrange these cards. Okay. Okay, so who are they? If there are any more, are there any more ancestors who are also connected to pile 2? Are there any more ancestors who are also connected to pile 2? So you got the Ace of Wands, so I'm definitely thinking, I'm definitely feeling like this is the particular ancestor who is working with you at this particular time. And they might not be ancestor, as I said, like in the traditional sense. In the traditional sense, like they have to be your grandfather or your mother. It is someone who is really close to you and someone who you gave that sort of position in your life. It's almost like you put them on a pedestal and you looked up to them. They were like a mentor, they were like a guide to you, and they taught you how to dream, how to nurture your fire, and how you can work upon your own dreams, which is also why they are here because they want you to come out of this loop, of where you are stuck at this particular time, and they're telling you to dream again. They're telling you to track down your fears and desires. Okay, they're telling you to chase your dreams again. They're telling you to daydream again. Like, do not be disheartened that they couldn't be there with you at this particular time. They're saying it's okay because they're seeing everything. They can see everything from the other side. They're still connected to you, and they're saying that it's okay. It's okay. You need to start living your life. You need to start living your life again. It's Yeah, you halted for a while, yeah, you grieved them for a while, and they can see that, but they don't like that you're still in that state where you feel stuck, where you're not moving enough. Okay, but right now they're telling you that right now it's time for you to take action and start doing the new things which you want to do. Start working on the dreams that you worked, the dreams that you dreamt together. And you might feel the circumstances have changed, that they are no longer there in your own life, but they are saying that they are still connected with you. They are still connected with you. You see how in this star card there is this planet which looks like Earth, and there is one person who is outside the earth, and they are pouring energy into into the planet. So I definitely feel like this is their energy. They are still connected with you from the other side. They are still connected with you from the other realms. Okay, so they're telling you to work upon your dreams. They're telling you to pursue your dreams. Do not let your fears, do not let your grief, or the shadows that we all have, don't let your shadows hold you back. Don't let your shadows hold you down, because right now it's time for you to rise. Right now it's time for you to start working on those dreams. Right now it's time for you to start something new. So they're definitely telling you to chase your dreams and to track down your fears and desires. So, and they're telling you that it's time to march on forward, that it's time for you to move, it's time for you to start moving. So I feel like this is currently your energy. This is your energy. You are like the knight of this. Like, you have a lot of dreams, you have a lot of plans which you want to implement, but because of what you had to go through, or because of some fears, or because of some setbacks, right, you just thought like maybe pursuing those dreams don't make any more sense to you. Okay, or that you're not good enough to pursue your dreams and desires, because again, these are generalized readings, so I'm just trying to give a few different examples. So because I know there'll be more than just one person who will be viewing those readings, and it will different things will apply for different people, so I'm just giving different examples to fit with that. But what I'm definitely feeling with this pile is that it's time for you to move. Okay, the place where you were at, it's no longer holding value for you, it's no longer enough for you. It's about time you start moving, because I feel like there are only this many grains which are left. So there is only this much opportunity, or this much harvest that this particular place can give it to you. Okay, and if you just stay here, you will just get stuck in a rut, and it will take from you the opportunity to grow, the top opportunity to reach the next level. And they want you to succeed in your life. They want you to succeed in your life, and they want you to live the life of your dreams. And even if you think that you're not good enough because they are not there, so maybe you feel like, what's the point? Or maybe you've lost that bit of motivation somewhere. For those who might not right now, for those of you who might not right now be in grieving, but I feel like you're still holding some sort of pain about this person who has passed on, who has moved on to the other side. Okay, so they're telling you that it's time, it's okay, you were here up until now, but what you couldn't see was that a lot of work was happening under the surface. A lot of work was happening under the surface. So, but right now they want you to move forward, and that is why they're here with their energy, so that the dreams that you dreamt together, you could pursue those dreams, and you can manifest these dreams. So what you felt like, okay, maybe you felt alone, maybe you felt abandoned because they left this plane, and so you felt like, okay, they're gone, so you cannot do this thing alone which you dreamt together, because it was the dream of both of you. But then they are saying that they are still connected with you, and they're still working on this dream from the other side. So it's time for you to start working on this dream from this side, because when you do that, you will find that the energy of the dream is still available to you. The spark which which you might have felt extinguished, that spark will light again. Or maybe the spark is lightening up at this particular time, the spark is coming alive at this particular time, and that is why they are here, because they are telling you they are already working on those dreams, they are already working on those visions from the other side. Okay, they're helping you from the other side, and that's such a beautiful energy. This is such a supportive energy, I'm telling you, my dear pile too. Okay, so this is the Uncommon Tarot, and I use this for my ancestral readings. So let us take a look for what other messages they might have for you. So they have the 10 of Coins, Alchemist, ooh, the Wheel of Fortune, okay, messages from King of Coins, messages from the ancestor for pile 2, messages from ancestors, Knight of Coins again. Okay, I'm feeling one more card, 8 of Swords. Yes, okay. Okay, so you have the 10 of Coins, you have the Alchemist, you have the Wheel of Fortune, I love that, you have the Knight of Coins, and you have the 8 of Swords and the King of Coins. So with the King of Coins, I'm definitely feeling like this is their energy, this is the energy of your ancestor. So they're telling you to embody their energy. Okay, the why, so they're asking you, I feel like they're asking you, why did you look up to them? Okay, why did you put them on a pedestal? Ask yourself why you put them on a pedestal, or why you love them so much. And they're telling you that they feel the same about you. They feel the same about you, that you're the person who needs to be put on a pedestal, and you're the person who has all these qualities. Just the only difference is that you are not tapped into your potential, you're not tapped into that side of you yet. Okay, there is this still some work, there is still some letting go, there is still some letting go which you need to do, and that you are only as trapped as you think yourself to be, you're only as trapped as you envision yourself to be. Okay, they don't see you as trapped, they see you as someone who has a lot of potential of growth, they see you as someone who has a lot of potential of growth. And when they understand, they see that when you let go of the when you let go of the fears which you think are keeping you bound, and when you use your fears to move you forward. So they're definitely telling you to take your fears and use them as a fuel. Use them as a fuel. Like, what are the things that you're afraid of? Maybe you're afraid of being stuck at the same place. Maybe you are afraid of being in certain situations or doing certain things, but then they are asking you what are the things which you're afraid of. Use them as your fuel. Use them as your fuel to move beyond your current reality. Okay, the things that you're afraid of, the fear of failure, okay, or maybe even the fear of success, let your fears go. Let your fears go and let those fears motivate you. Let those fears motivate you. That's a very weird message which I'm getting, but they're telling you let those fears motivate you. Yeah, because even the hunter card here says track down your fears and desires. So they're telling you to let your fears motivate you, because when you do that you will finally understand that okay, I need to start doing the things which we dreamt together. And they definitely see the same sort of potential in you. The way that you envisioned them, the way that you saw them, they see you exactly like that and even more. They see you as someone who has a lot of potential of growth. They see you as someone who can be this king of coins, who can have everything which the two of you dreamt together. So you see, it's the knight of coins is actually sitting atop an elephant. And I just remembered this thing which I have heard a lot, that in the circus, and it's a bit disturbing, so trigger warning. In the circus, I'm going to talk about elephants in the circus. So if this is something which you are very sensitive about, maybe skip ahead a few minutes, okay? So yeah, so in the circus, they used to tie, they used to get the elephants, tie these heavy chains and heavy metal balls to the legs of the elephants, right? And so even though the elephant has such strength and they are so strong, they are not able to move. They try and try for days, but then they just can't move because these chains and these balls, these metal balls are too heavy for them, and they are not able to move those chains or metal balls. And so they stop trying. Eventually they understand that this is a space, this is a place where they cannot get out of, though. So they stop trying. And then when they stop trying, the circus masters actually go and remove those balls. Okay, they remove the balls from around the legs. They stop tying the elephants down. But because of their experience, they think that they still can't move out of the space because of their past experience when they had the balls tied to their leg and they tried to move and they just couldn't, so they gave up, right? Because of that past experience, they stopped trying. And I'm definitely getting the same sort of energy with the Eight of Swords. So I almost feel like this elephant is knocking down all the swords. So basically what this person who is trying to connect with you at this particular moment is telling you is that you're strong enough to move beyond where you are trapped or where you feel trapped at this particular time. Okay, you're strong enough to move beyond this current space. Before you couldn't move, and that was your experience of the past. And they acknowledge that, they see that, okay, and they know that because they have seen you struggle with where you were, and they understand that. But they're telling you that right now the restriction which you feel is only in your mind. Okay, the restriction is just because of some past experiences. The fear that you are holding right now are just because of your past experiences, and that right now it's time for you to let go of those fears. Right now it's time for you to knock down those swords which make you feel trapped, which make you feel surrounded and trapped. Okay, it's time for you to knock down those thoughts and ideas, because your thoughts are keeping you trapped at this particular time. Yeah, you lost them in this particular world, and I feel like that grief, because this woman here is also looks like she's grieving to me. Okay, I know she's wearing a burqa, so it, I mean, it can mean different things, but I feel like in this particular instance, this woman here is grieving and she is letting her grief trap her, keep her tied down to this particular place because she feels, for whatever reason, that she cannot move beyond this particular space because it makes no more sense for her to do so. Okay, oh, so maybe for some of you, it can even be that you lost your husband. Okay, and I'm so sorry about that, that you had to go through that experience, or your partner who you were so tied to, and that the two of you had these dreams together, and but you just couldn't work on maybe creating those that family which you dreamt together. They're telling you to move on. Wow. Okay. So I feel like this might not be for everyone, but this is maybe for someone in particular, that maybe your partner passed away and now they see you grieving in grief because your partner passed away. And I can feel your pain. I can feel your pain because it feels very painful. It feels very, very painful that you have to move with life even though they have passed away. Okay, and that it was not fair. It was not fair that the two of you only got this much of time. But they're telling you they're still connected to you. They're still there on the other side. They're still there on the other side, and they're sending you all their love, and they're sending you all their support and all the energies from the other side. But they don't want to see you like this, as this person at this particular moment. And this is for everyone. They don't want your ancestor, this person who is connecting to you from the other side, they don't want to see you trapped in the state of grief, trapped in the state of fear, of loss, of being lost. They want to see you moving forward in their life, in your life, because then they'll feel, because that's what you deserve. Okay, that's what you deserve, and that's what they want for you. They want you to move on with your life and do the things, start doing the things that you dreamt together of doing. Start doing the things which you wanted to do. Okay, it might be painful, but with time, because you are doing the things which you dreamt together of doing, you will feel more connected than ever. You'll feel more connected than ever. And they're telling you that you are already connected in the spiritual realms. Okay, you're only connected, maybe the distance is only at the physical realm, but in the spiritual realm they are already connected to you. They will always be connected to you. Okay, because of the bond that you shared, that was so strong. But right now, they want you to move on with your life, which is why they are here to remind you of this. Wow. Okay. And they want you to start. I know I'm just repeating this thing at this particular point, but I feel like it's their energy, and they want me to drive this thing in you, that you need to start doing. You need to start doing this thing for the both of you, for the two of you, because yes, this was a dream that you dreamt together, and that they're not here anymore, but then their that dream of theirs is still left unfulfilled, because they also dreamt this dream with you. So that has not been realized, which is why they're still here. And you need to start working on that, and you need to start working on realizing that, so that they can move on, and so that they can move on to the next phase of their life, and so that you can move into the next phase of your life, because they want to see you succeed. They want to see you moving to the King of Coins energy, where you put them at a pedestal, where you really love them, and they love you a lot. Okay, they love you a lot, and they're telling you that they want to see you there. They want to see you elevated. They want to see you grown, and they want to see you succeeding in your life. Okay, and they want to see you living the life of your dreams. They want to see you surrounded with plenty of, with abundance. Because when you start doing this thing, the grief transforms. The grief that you're holding, that transforms into something beautiful. And maybe you become this beautiful healer who can also heal the world of some of its pains, some of its pain, and some of its wounds. You will also, when you work upon realizing your dreams, you're not just doing it for you, you're doing it for the whole world. And I know that feels too much of a burden to carry on your shoulders when you're already carrying so much of grief in your shoulder. But they're telling you to know that the dream that you dreamt together, it's worth chasing. It's still worth chasing. and they see you living behind this beautiful legacy. They see you living behind this beautiful legacy where you have stepped into this energy of balance, where you have also stepped into this energy where you're connected to your spiritual side and your material side, where you know who you are, where you have stepped into your true authentic you, who you saw in them, the person you saw in them, but then you're stepping into your own power, and that's just the thing which they want for you. Okay, and they see you living behind this beautiful legacy, and that is kind of what they also want you to do. They want you to work upon building that legacy which maybe you wanted to build. Wow, what a beautiful energy to come through. I mean, I know it's painful. I can feel the pain, but then at the same time, they want you to succeed. They want you to succeed in your life, and they want you to live your life for the two of you. Okay, so let us see what else comes out. Any additional messages from your ancestor? Additional messages from your ancestor. They're sending you hope. They're telling you to take a chance, gamble, take a gamble on life. So what? So what if you don't succeed? Okay, they're telling you, so what if you don't succeed? So what if you lose it all? But they're telling you won't lose it all, because the luck is on your side and only good things are coming to you. Only good things are coming to you from the other side, because remember, they're also working on this dream that you dreamt together from the other side. They are on this thing with you. They're connected to you. I love this. Okay, they're also saying that luck is on your side, and it's almost like the divine goddess of luck. The goddess of luck is on your side. Time is on your side. Time is on your side. So definitely use that to your advantage. Take a chance at life. They want you to take a chance at life. Now is the time. They're telling you now is the time, which is why they're connecting to you, which is why you came upon this reading. Okay, so I was laughing because we were literally talking about the weight of the world, and they're telling you that weight of the world, boundaries, let it go. It's not yours to carry. Then you have jump in, Andromedan energy, adventure, say yes to change. Exactly. So it's that taking chance at life. Taking that chance at life. Loosen your grip. Coping mechanism. Density, addiction, let God in. Yeah, I'm going to put it here because we don't need that energy anymore. Yeah, so with these three cards here, and actually for the other two piles, for the first pile, because this is the second pile which I'm reading for, I had already pre-pulled most of the cards, but for some reason, for your particular pile, I wanted to do it on camera. I wanted to pull every single card on camera, and I actually had all the cards in the box because I just felt like they wanted to go in the box. So I almost feel like they're telling you, like, yeah, you have rested for some time, your soul has rested, while even though you feel like you're grieving and there's a lot which is happening to you, they're also telling you to seek help. Take the help of a therapist, take the help of someone who you can trust, let God in, connect to your faith, because you know they're on the other side, and you know your own powers, and you know what they meant to you and what you meant to them, and they want you to do the best in your own life. Okay, and they're saying weight of the world, boundaries, let it go, it's not yours to carry. So I'm almost feeling like it's not about talking about the word weight of the world, which I was telling you, but about the grief which you might be carrying, the grief which you might be holding, the grief which makes you feel like you are drowning. It's that. Okay, they're telling you to let go of that, and they're telling you to jump in. And they're telling you to jump in and say yes to change. Okay, then you have the card of choose. So these are some of the additional final messages from them. And close your eyes and tell yourself that you deserve to feel joyful. Yes, you do. You can allow joy into your life regardless of the circumstances you currently find yourself in. Wow. So just give me a moment, because there is some nudity on this card, and I just want to cover that up before showing you the card, because YouTube is very strict with its rules right now, so I don't want to trigger anyone or ring any bells. Okay, so this is the beautiful card. See, they're definitely telling you to connect with your heart chakra, to heal your heart, to let go of the shadows, to let go of the weight, to let go of the grief which you're holding, because they don't want them for you. They don't want that from for you. They want you to live your life. They want you to live your best life, because when you do that, they will feel like you have lived the dream. They'll also experience it alongside you, but from the other side. Okay, so you can pause the video here. Feel free to take a screenshot of this card, because I feel like this is a message which is coming directly from them. And I think with the first pile, I actually almost dismissed the messages which were written on the back of these cards. But for you, I definitely felt like this is what I need to focus on. I'm going to put it right here. They're sending you a lot of love. They're sending you a lot of energy. They're sending you a lot of healing energy, and they want you to heal. Oops. They're telling you, look inside yourself, examine what is causing you to feel this way. I'm going to take a peek. Okay, there's no nudity. So yeah. I feel like they're telling you to let your dreams out. They're telling you to dream again, to open your heart chakra, to open your throat chakra. Be open to new experiences. They don't want you to continue living like this. And I definitely feel like this is particularly for the person who I felt like their partner had moved on to the other side. Okay, for that particular person, they're telling you to open your heart chakra and let go of the grief. It's difficult, it will take time, but they want you to start working on it like about now. They don't want you to linger in this energy anymore. And I know this might be a little difficult, but they are definitely telling you to seek therapy, do the things which you need to do in order to heal. You can consult some healers, some energy healers, or therapist, or even doctors. Maybe get a checkup done. Okay. Then you have sacred union. Honor and treasure your relationship, for it is truly yours, truly sacred. Okay, so the relationship that you had together was very sacred. It was very divine. It was like something which is coming from a lot of, like, you guys had a lot of karmic bonds. The two of you, deep bonds which goes beyond this birth, and you're going to meet again in the spirit realms and in the next birth if you do choose to reincarnate. Okay, but they're telling you, and I feel like they're telling you to honor and treasure the relationship that you have with yourself. Okay, like, yeah, they can see how much they can see how much you love them, and they loved you as well. And while the two of you had this sacred partnership, while the two of you had this sacred connection, they're also reminding you to form that sacred union, to form that sacred connection with yourself. Start valuing yourself, start seeing yourself in the same lens, with the same lens that you viewed them. Okay, it's time for you to put yourself on that pedestal and see you as they saw you. So see yourself as they saw you, because maybe you don't see yourself as they saw you. You don't see the potential, you don't see the beauty that you hold in yourself, and they want you to do your best. And they want you to do your best, and they want you to live your best life, because that is what they want for you. Okay, and they are reminding you, they are here on the other side at this particular time, connecting with you first in order to help you achieve those dreams of yours, but also so that you can shift your perspective and see yourself for who you are. Seek all the help that you need. Open your heart chakra, go for healings, give yourself the love that you gave them. Okay, they're telling you to shine that light on yourself, shine the torch on yourself, because when you do that, because it's about time. you come out of this. It's about time you start doing the things, acting on the things, acting on the dreams that you dreamt together. Okay, because you deserve the best. You only deserve the best, and they want you to succeed in your life. They want you to be happy in your life. Okay, so that, my dear, pile 2 was your reading. I know it was a bit of a painful energy. I could feel like it was a bit of a painful reading, and I can feel your sadness and I can feel your grief, but it's also such a beautiful energy, and I can feel the love. I can feel the love in this reading. There was so much of love. There is so much of love between the two of you, and they only want what is the best for you. And it's so rare to come upon a relationship this sincere, this loving, this giving. Okay, so do yourself a favor and start living the life of your dreams. Nothing is stopping you, nothing is blocking you, and they are with you. They're with you and they're helping you from the other side. Okay, and maybe that's why you are guided to this reading. Thank you for watching. If this resonated, do give this video a like, leave a comment down below, and subscribe for more videos like this. Thank you for watching. Thank you for sharing your energy, and thank you for giving me this opportunity to read for you. I thank the ancestors of pile 2 for coming forth with their energy and sharing this beautiful, beautiful story and sharing this beautiful energy with all of us. Thank you so much for giving me this privilege to read for you, because this is such a beautiful energy. This is such a loving energy. There's pain there, but only because there is so much of love and there's so much of beauty in it. Okay, thank you for watching. I'll see you the next time. I send you much healing and much love. Okay, bye. Okay, so my group 3, you have the Shaolin Master. So what I'm feeling here with this particular card is that it's wild. It's wild, but I feel like the person, the spirit that you're connecting to, the spirit that is majorly present there in your life right now, it's not just your ancestor. Like, yeah, your ancestor is there, and I feel like the ancestor that you have, the ancestor who is working alongside you right now, is represented by this grasshopper spirit right here. Okay, and but the major spirit that you're connecting to, it's one of your ascended masters. It's one of your Akashic masters. Yes. So what I'm feeling is that this, let's first talk about the ancestor. Okay, so I feel like the your ancestor here is represented by this grasshopper spirit, and what this is telling me is that maybe they were just someone who took a lot of risks. They took a lot of leap of faiths. Okay, like this was someone who was very, like, overall I'm feeling like this pile is very spiritual. Okay, you are working on your spiritual and upliftment. You're working on your spiritual, on your spiritual gifts, or that you're already very spiritually aligned, but I see more growth happening in you. Maybe you're exploring more topics, maybe you are doing a lot of meditations, maybe you are shedding a lot of those past traumas, maybe you're shedding a lot of those past weights which you were carrying, a lot of those traumas which you were carrying from your childhood. I see a lot of shedding happening here for you right now, and at the same time I feel like you're also becoming more and more spiritually aligned. I feel like you're someone who was always born spiritual. You were born spiritual, but then right now spirituality is increasing, or your spirituality is about to increase, which is why this ancestor and this ascended master is coming forward for you to connect with you. Okay, and I feel like this ascendant master has been with you since the moment you were born, and that is what it's telling me with this particular ball here. I don't know, I feel like as soon as you came out of your womb, or even before, even when you were in your womb, you made a you went, like, your soul seeked the guidance of this Akashic master. Your soul seeked the guidance of this ascendant master, and you signed up a contract. It was like you came to an agreement, and they were like, yeah, if you want to be my student, if you want to follow my path, I will of course guide you. I'll guide you. Okay, and so coming back to your ancestor here, even they were very spiritual. They were very spiritual, but I feel like their spirituality, or how deep they went, it is nowhere compared to the gifts which you are about to unlock. Yeah, you see, there in this ball there is this yin and yang symbol there. So it talks about that divine balance. I don't know what I'm talking about, why I'm talking about that, but I feel like you are about to come into your spiritual gifts. Your spiritual gifts are only going up, and you are only going to come into awareness of more and more of your spiritual gifts. It's like, let's say you always felt called to tarot readings, and you are always drawn to that, and you always maybe did you started learning tarot when you were quite young, but then you never thought like it's going beyond that, and now you're coming to a stage where you're awakening more of your gifts. You're awakening your gifts of clairvoyance. You're awakening your dreams of sorry yeah, okay, maybe dream prophecies, of having prophetic dreams, of clairaudience, of clairsentience, okay, claircognizance. So all the different sorts of clairs. You're developing your spiritual gifts, and you're awakening. You are coming into your awakening, and you are breaking open. You are breaking open, which is why a lot of things might be moving out of your life at this particular time. Maybe you're shedding, you a lot of people, old people, you're cutting off a lot of toxic links. You're letting go of a lot of toxic traits, or you are working on letting go of that, and there is a purification of soul which I see is happening within you right now. There's a purification of soul which is happening. So with the grasshopper spirit and about your ancestor, I feel like they were someone who didn't follow the family pattern. They were someone who broke the cycle, who came out of the cycle. They were like, okay, I'm not going to conform to the family cycle. I'm not going to do what everyone else in my family does. So it's like they just decided to walk their own path. So maybe this is someone who was seen as a black sheep of the family, because again, these are collective readings, these are generalized readings, so I'm just giving a few different examples because there are different sets of ancestral spirits here. And so either they are someone who decided to walk their own way, and they maybe some of them even went ahead and became a monk, or they went ahead and took this took up this life of celibacy and priesthood, and maybe they even became nuns and stuff, right? So I'm definitely feeling like they decided to walk a path which was different, which is totally different from the path which everyone else works. I'm also feeling that for some of you, it might be that one great aunt or great aunt who used to do tarot readings like long back, centuries back. Like she was one of the original tarot readers, and some of your gifts are coming from her. Also, for some of you, I feel like it's also maybe they were an astrologer, or they loved traveling. They loved traveling. As someone who loved traveling and exploring the world. So there is this ancestral spirit which is also coming forward, who is this explorer. And then so around this line, but I feel like all of them, all of the spirit guides, all of your ancestors, the ancestors that you have here, the ancestor who is connecting to you at this particular time, they're all very spiritually aligned. They're very spiritually aligned. They were very spiritual in their own lives, and they maybe took up a totally different vocation. They decided to do that with their life. They decided to walk the path which no one else followed. Okay, and why they are coming here, and it's not because they want to turn you into a monk or something. It's not that. It's because that you are awakening. You're coming into an awakening, and you're awakening your spiritual gifts. You're coming into your spiritual gifts, and you're awakening and broadening your spiritual gifts, because I see that you have this purpose of deep cellular healing. I'm also feeling like you chose to come down here, and I know this is a lot of responsibility, and like, why, right? Like, you might feel, why me? But then this is the path which you chose to take, and it's the path of healing your family traumas, healing the generational traumas, and breaking the cycle of generational traumas. It's not breaking out of the cycle, it's not coming out of the cycle and going out of the cycle. I feel like you as someone who are going to stay in the who is going to stay in the cycle, and it's going to elevate the cycle. Okay, so I feel like your descendants and if you choose to have kids, or the people who come in contact with you, the people who you might take up as your disciples in the future, because I'm definitely seeing that people are coming to you and people want to learn from you in the future. Maybe you're already doing that or you aspire to do that, and you're bringing light, and you're helping them elevate their own consciousness, and at the same time you're also helping elevate the consciousness of your own family. The you are working on uplifting the collective consciousness. Wow. Okay, so let us see, and which is why this you have this ascended master, and this is so different from the energy of the first two piles which I was reading. So with your that's why you have an ascendant master who is working alongside you. So I can see like you're already so deeply spiritual. You have a lot of love to give, and they have a lot of love to give to you. Okay, so I feel like your way of healing is by spreading love. Your way of healing is by love, yes, is by love, and I feel like that is kind of your calling, and that is why they're here. That is why they are here, to help you share your gifts, to help you share your gifts with the world, because you have a very important work to do. You have a very significant role to play in the upliftment of the collective consciousness, which is why this ascendant master, I'm sorry, okay, this which is why this ascendant master and this ancestor, they are working alongside you and helping you crack open your own spiritual gifts, so that you can come to a stage where you can come to this stage where you will be able to guide other people to their own spiritual enlightenment, and helping them heal, helping the collective consciousness heal and go to the next level. Okay, and this is a choice which maybe you have already made, or which you are about to make. This is a choice which is coming to you, or something which you have already chosen to do. Wow. Okay, so let us see if there are any other ancestors who are trying to connect with you at this particular time. And we'll also take a look at why your ancestors are here. I feel like I already answered the whys. Yeah, I already answered the whys, but then we're just going to take and more of a look into that. Okay, so you have these three cards. So yeah, this is majorly the ancestor which I'm talking about. This is the ancestor who is very spiritually aligned, who was very spiritual, someone who followed priesthood, or I feel like maybe you might be called to learn about different practices and different ways of the world. I feel like that's one of your calling, that you are going to learn about different things and put them all together, and out into the world. Okay, so why they are here is obviously to usher in that change, to help you see the other side of you, to help you connect to your spiritual side, which is already connected, but it's going to be more connected, because I can see that there is some doubt, and there is still some overthinking, there is still some self-doubt and anxiety and negative thought patterns and everything, which is still keeping you trapped in this current reality. Okay, and I feel like your ancestor is here to work with you in elevation, to help you elevate, to help you move up the spiritual ladder, to speak it, to say it in very clear words. They're here to help you move up the spiritual ladder, but also at the same time they're here to help you work on coming into alignment. Yes, that's the other word which I was thinking about. Yeah, they're here to help you come into alignment. Also, maybe you feel deeply called to the law of attraction. Maybe you're already following the law of attraction, or that is something which you are trying to, there are things which you are already trying to manifest, but there is a lot of doubt, there's a lot of overthinking, there's a lot of negative thinking which is still keeping you trapped. But at the same time, I also see that you are seeing the other way. Okay, you're seeing the other way, and they are kind of helping you see the other side of things, see the greater truth of things, and breaking out of the pattern of your own negative thoughts and your thoughts keeping you trapped. And the snake signifies, as well as the dragon signifies, the rising of Kundalini energy, which I was really drawn towards. Like, there is this dragon in the background of this card, and all I could see when I first picked this card was the dragon, which is why I talked about the ascendant master. Okay, so maybe dragon is one of your spirit animals, some animal who you strongly relate to, And with the snake here, I'm also getting the same message that they are helping you raise your kundalini energy. Okay, they're helping you raise your kundalini energy. Maybe you're trying to raise your kundalini energy, but I feel like they're also helping you clear those negative energies and clear those negative entities and auras and thought patterns which are around you, which might be keeping you trapped and slowing it down. But they're here to help you move to the next paradigm, make the shift, so that you can come into come into terms with your own intuition, with your own psychic gifts and your own gifts, which you are meant to share in the world with the six of fire here. Wow. Okay, so let's see if there are any more messages which spirit has for us regarding the why, before we go move on to the messages that your ancestors might have for you. So you have the five of water, changing of perspective. Okay, letting go of what is no longer working. You have the hermit. Yeah, that is definitely the energy which I was getting, that going into, you have 10 of air again. So this, the 10 of air here is the same card as the 10 of swords here. See, you see how you have 10 of swords? So this is the same, very same card, and it talks about negative thought patterns of our own self-doubt and our own overthinking and anxiety and lack of faith in ourselves. So they're also telling you, your spirit guides are telling you to unlock your faith. Okay, to lean more into your faith, because that is something which you need in order to move to the next phase of your life. And it's okay if you feel like faith is not something which you are naturally drawn towards. It's okay, but I feel like there is still this door which you have to open within yourself. There is a door of our own self-doubt and our own overthinking and anxiety and lack of faith in ourselves. So they're also telling you, your spirit guides are telling you to unlock your faith. Okay, to lean more into your faith, because that is something which you need in order to move to the next phase of your life. And it's okay if you feel like faith is not something which you are naturally drawn towards. It's okay, but I feel like there is still this door which you have to open within yourself. There is a door. I feel like you are going through a lot of questioning. You're going through this inner journey at this particular time, and that is why you have the five of water and the 10 of air, and which is why I talked about the shedding energy which I was getting. So it's letting go of the past wounds and the traumas, the hurts, the betrayals, the things which didn't work, and letting go of your own negative thought patterns, thinking that you're not good enough, you don't deserve enough, you don't deserve better, or that you cannot be the person who you want to be, who you would dream to be. Okay, and I'm also getting a very clear message from your ancestor and from maybe your ascendant master, that if there are people, okay, if there are people around you, or you see these people online, on social media, and they're living this wonderful life, and you feel this deep yearning, to live that particular life, and you feel this deep yearning to live that particular life or have that lifestyle, or where maybe even you have some feelings of jealousy. So they're basically telling you that it's nothing to be ashamed of. Okay, it's nothing to be ashamed of that you're jealous about someone else's wealth, that you're jealous of someone else's life. They're saying it's okay that you're jealous, and it's good that you realize that it is not an energy which you need to have. Okay, they're telling you to release that energy and remind yourself that the things that you're jealous of are exactly the things which you want manifested in your own life, and that is something which you can also achieve. Okay, the jealousy there is coming from that deep desire of having those things in our own lives. And while jealousy will bring in more karma of jealousy, but I feel like this, at this particular time, it's more about you unlocking your calling. It's more about you going within yourself and finding your calling, aligning yourself with your calling. Because I see like there are these things which you want to do. You want to be maybe the spiritual leader, you want to do tarot readings, you want to be someone who can help people unlock their own deepest potential, who can help people unlock and uncover their own callings and their own potential and their own gifts. But then at the same time, you are always questioning yourself, you're always asking yourself that why would anyone listen to me? I'm not a good teacher, I'm not a good orator, I'm not a good speaker, and so why would anyone listen to me? I don't even have an authority in the field. So your spirit guides and sorry, your ascended masters and yeah, your ascended masters and your ancestors are telling you that that deep desire, that desire that you feel is something which you feel because that is your calling, that is your calling. And if you feel drawn to that, if there is that even that inkling of a desire to live that life, it's because you can live that life. It's because you can live that life. But in order to live that life, first you have to let go of these feelings. First you have to let go of the thought patterns, and first you have to let go of the emotional baggage which you are carrying, because there are things which are better for you. And also they're telling you that the things that you got rejected upon, the things that you failed in, and which may have hurt you in the past, because well, those are things which you really wanted to work but they didn't work. So it's almost like you wanted this promotion but then you didn't get this promotion, and that broke your heart, because obviously you worked hard for that job, you worked hard for that promotion, or you worked very hard to get into that particular school, but then you got rejected. What's your angel guides, what your ancestor and what your ascended master are telling you is that what they're telling you is that every rejection is a protection, and that is something which I deeply, deeply believe in. Okay, and I'm going to share my own personal story. So, at a particular point, I had this, and that was before I understood, I came in terms with my calling of guiding people with tarot readings, with their, I'm also a projector, so different story. But then that was before I discovered, that was before I came into this whole line when I started believing that yeah, even I can do tarot readings, right? This is something which really ignites that fire, ignites that passion within me. I have done, like when I do tarot readings for others and I see the light, the brightness, the hope that they get, and the guidance that can come forward through those readings, that lights me up. Okay, that joy which they experience, that lights me up. And so so I also have this day job, and at a point I really wanted a promotion in that particular job. Okay, I deeply desired that promotion, and I worked hard for that, but then I didn't get the promotion. And at the time it broke my heart. At the time it broke my heart, but then every rejection is a protection and a redirection. By the twist of fate, by the turn of the wheel of fortune, what actually happened was, because I didn't get the promotion, so I had more time in my hands. If I had gotten the promotion, I wouldn't get that time in my hands and I would be somewhere else entirely. But because I didn't get the promotion, I had more time in my hand, and because it was still the same responsibility and I was already done with it, and then COVID hit. So my role was majorly let's say like we just had to work every alternate day or something. Anyway, anyway, so basically what I'm saying is that because I didn't get the promotion at that particular time, I started working on some of my other things, some of the things which I wanted to work upon. I started to learn tarot. I started to do these other things which wanted to do. And when I started doing those things, this opened an entirely different world for me. Okay, like I was always into astrology and everything, but then I never thought that I could read tarot, because I judged my own skills, I judged my own capabilities. But then I always saw these tarot readings and I was always so guided and I was always so filled with joy, because I could see that how the readings are resonating with me, right? I would pick on random piles and they would resonate and I'd be like, wow, damn, like I wonder how that works. But then I understood the deeper mechanics which were at play at that particular time, and why I was led here and why that promotion was rejected. So I feel like it's the same thing which is happening for you. are carrying a bit of that trauma, you are carrying a bit of wound because you got rejected at certain places, something didn't work for you, your heart got broken. But what spirit is telling you, what your ancestors are telling you, what your akashic master, what your ascendant master is telling you, it was for your own protection, it was for your own redirection, because you were not meant to open that door. Maybe maybe you will open the door in the future, you never know, but you were not to open that door at that particular time. It was not the divine timing for you. The timing was not right for you. And trust the universe. Trust the universe. Have faith that everything goes according to the plan. Everything happens according to the divine timing. And let go of your fear, and let go of the worries, and let go of this thoughts that you are not good enough, that you're gonna do certain things which others can do. You can do everything because you have all the skills, and you have an ascendant master guiding you. How many people have that, right? Like, you have this ascendant master really working very closely with you. And I feel like this is someone who is very up there. Okay, he's like one of this ascendant master is one of the great masters. Like, there are sub masters, but then this is like one of the great masters, and they're working alongside you. So trust in them. Trust that every the things which didn't work, they all had a reason. Fall into faith. Go with the flow. Learn to go with the flow, because the flow will take you to exactly where you're meant to be. And when you reach there in a few years of time, in maybe 3 years of time, you'll be amazed, you'll be in wonderment, and you won't even be able to recognize how far a distance you have covered. And that is why you have this ancestor, and that is why you have this ascendant master, akashic master working alongside you. Okay, so any more messages which they might have for you? So this is the uncommon tarot, and I use this for my ancestor readings. I feel like it really, this was the first deck which helped me connect with my grandfather who had passed over. So it just became my ancestor reading deck. Oh my god, you got lovers again. You got the love card here, and you also have the lovers here. So I just had covered a bit of nudity up, because I'm sorry if that bothers you, because YouTube is really strict with their rules right now. And well, when we are under this roof of YouTube, we will follow the rules of the host. Okay, yeah, so we have two more. Okay. Wow, okay. So they're definitely telling you to take action. They're telling you that success is yours, that you need to start moving forward. They're telling you that this new opportunity, there is a new opportunity which is opening up for you, or maybe you have planted this new seed, or you're thinking about planting this new seed. And this is a choice which you have made in the very recent past, or this is a choice you're about to make. Because again, these are generalized readings, so take only what resonates and leave the rest. So with this lovers card here, I feel like this is a choice which you have made, or which you are about to make, because multiple people, so different options. Okay, but this is something which, this is like a choice of doing, following your calling, or just doing the same old thing, just doing the thing which you have been doing, where you attained a bit of success. But it's moving forward, from that. And your angel guides, your ascended master, your ancestor, they're telling you to move forward. They're telling you to move towards your dreams. Start planting the seeds towards your dreams. Start working on your dreams, because they deserve to see the light of the day. They are there for a reason, and you have a very significant work to do here. And you are here breaking generational cycles, and you are here changing the up leveling the consciousness of this whole world. You see how the ones, it almost looks like they're levitating and they're going up. So yeah, it's time for you. It's time for you to gain clarity. They want you to clear your mind and let go of the negative thought patterns. So basically, what they're telling me to tell you is that make a list. Make a list of your desires. Okay, where you write down, I see myself here, I see myself that, and this is this. These are a list of my desires, and then you write down your fears. On the other side, you write down your fears and then ask yourself, how can you change the fears? How can you remove the fears? Is that something which you can remove, or is it something which you cannot remove? But they're telling me to make a list of your desires versus your fears, and then they're telling you your desires will outweigh your fears. And what you can do is you can just rip the paper in half, or just write on different papers and then burn the paper which you has your fears on them. Okay, and what will happen as a result of that? You just have your list of desires. So you can make this a ritual. Okay, so that was a message from them. And you can follow this practice a few times until your desires can actually outweigh your fears, because it might take a while. It might take a while, and your ascendant master and your ancestor are saying that it's okay. It's okay if it takes a while, because every time that you do it, you will have made certain progress. Every time that you do it, you will have made progress. Okay, so follow your desire, take a chance. Pile 2 also got this message. Ooh, so you have the grandfather clock and you have anchor. Okay. Okay, so what I'm feeling with this dices is that it's definitely talking to me about taking risk, taking that risk at your desires, taking a risk at life, taking a risk at pursuing your calling. It's telling me, they're telling me that it's, like it's okay. It's telling me it's okay if you try something and fail at it, but at least you would have tried. At least you would have tried, and because if you don't try, you fail even without trying. And that is something which we tend to have more regrets about later in life. Okay, so with the grasshopper spirit, your ancestor appearing as the grasshopper spirit, they're telling you to take that leap of faith, to take that chance, because time is ticking. Okay, time is of the essence, and I'm almost feeling the clocks are turning. The wheel of fortune is turning, because again 3 and 7 make 10, and 10 is the card of the wheel of fortune. And I think while I was shuffling your deck, I caught a glimpse of the wheel of fortune, so that definitely makes sense. So they are telling you that the time is of the essence. It's time for you to act on your dreams. It's time for you to act on your desires. It's time for you to take a chance on your own desires and your own dreams. Because if you don't, who will? Okay, you have a bigger purpose to play than you think yourself ready for. But regardless, you have a deeper purpose, and everything, all your desires can come true. So what is a thing which you feel out of that, which feels like a calling, and what is the thing which is more of a surface desire? It's like earning more money is obviously something which everyone aspires for, right? Like we all want to be comfortable, and we all want to have that luxury to be able to get whatever we want whenever we want. But that is just the surface of it, right? And it's okay if your desire is to become a multimillionaire or a multibillionaire, or to rise up to the top 1%. But I feel like for you, it's not that calling. That calling came up for one of the other piles, and but for you, I feel like your calling is your calling is to raise the consciousness, to move the wheel of the whole collective consciousness. And whatever work that you feel called to do, it's going to raise the collective consciousness. Okay, and with the anchor, what I'm experiencing here is lifting the anchor and dropping the anchor at the same time. So it's telling me that, again, this concept of taking a risk, okay, taking a chance at life. Lift the anchor from your fears. It's like it's telling you to move oceans. Okay, like if this is the space where you're afraid of, where your fears lie, you take your anchor out of there, because the weight of the fears are not allowing us to act. And you fly to the new destination which is holding your desires, and you drop your anchor there. that is somewhere you want to be rooted. You don't want to be rooted in your fear, you want to be rooted in your desires. Okay, so what your ancestor is telling you here is that it's okay if you want to do two things or two things at the same time. So like right now, maybe you are in a comfortable position, or you have this position where you're comfortable at, and you can always start doing something new here and then make the switch instead of jumping making. But they're definitely telling you to start something. They're telling you to make the choice and follow the calling of the heart, because even if you don't do it now, by the next turn of the wheel of fortune, you're just going to end up here again, and you will again have the desire of following this calling or following this path. I know, because this is something which you are meant to do. This is something which you are meant to do. This is somewhere you're always meant to be. So you have empathetic starseed, energetic sovereignty, absorbing what's not yours. Okay, so I feel like this, the fears which we're talking about, the negative thought patterns which we are talking about, they're not just yours, they're also what you're absorbing from your environment. Because people say that you cannot be successful, or people in your family hold that belief that these fields don't hold success, because being a lawyer has more success rate than becoming an actor, being a doctor is a greater success than being a singer. But then there's also Taylor Swift, and if Taylor Swift decided to become a doctor, then we wouldn't have Taylor Swift. Taylor Swift wouldn't become Taylor Swift if she had decided to become a doctor. I'm sure if she had decided to pursue that path, she would have been good even there. But this is where she shines. This is where her calling is, obviously, right? So it's the same thing. So here I am, longing for home, homesick for the stars. So with this card, what I'm feeling is that you are here to make a home for people, for souls, and give them a place where they can rise, where they can move to the next. Like it's you. I feel like you are creating this paradigm, you are creating this safe space for some other souls also, and that is one of the purpose which, come on, what was I telling you? The whole reading has been about this. Called. This says called. Soul gifts and trainings. It's time to step up. It's time for you to follow your calling. If this card is not confirmation enough, I don't know what is. Okay, so I feel like, as I was saying, I feel like one of your divine purpose is to create a safe space where others can just be. And when you do that, you will do that by accepting yourself for who you are. You do that by accepting yourself for who you are. So no, I don't think this is the message for you. This, yes. Oh my god. You see, like, it almost feels like this person has this this shadow side, which is keeping them trapped, which is stopping them from moving, which is stopping them from their own growth. So it definitely talks about, I feel like this card is telling you again to look into your shadow side and ask how you can heal that. Maybe do some work related to that. You can take the help of other people, definitely take the help of other people. Okay, then you also have this card, and I think this is talking about the concept of rest. It's important right now to take a step back and spend some time alone instead of instead of placing your focus on another. Now is the time to give to yourself. Yes, I feel like this is telling you to make that inward journey, to make that journey within yourself, and do that shadow work which you need to do. Okay, but obviously, like, if there are deep traumas which are there, take the help of a therapist, take the help of someone who you trust, take the help of someone who can help you through this. Okay, someone who you can open up to, and someone who will accept you for who you are. Okay, then you have this beautiful card, and I feel like through this work, you are actually going to open your heart chakra. Your heart chakra is going to open, it's going to expand. And when it expands, you actually come into alignment, and you will start moving faster towards your calling. You will start moving faster towards your destiny. You will start moving faster towards your calling. Okay, so that, my dear pile 3, was your reading. I know it took a totally different term, but I love this reading for you. So, if you pick pile 3, I would love to know who you are, because I can see that you have a great purpose here and I would love to connect with you. So, leave comments in the comment section below, because I would love to connect with who you are and what you think is your calling. Share it here if you feel comfortable with that. It's okay even if you don't feel comfortable with that, but if you think this reading resonated with you, if this is the right message for you, do leave a comment in the comment section, because I would love to connect with you, my dear pile 3. Okay, so thank you for watching. Thank you for giving me this amazing opportunity to read for you, and I thank your ascendant master, and I thank your akashic master, and I thank your ancestor for coming forth and giving us this beautiful energy and beautiful reading and this inspiring reading. It's so deep, it's so beautiful. Follow your heart, follow your calling, my dear pile 3. You are meant for more. Okay, thank you for watching, and if you like this video, to give this video a like, leave a comment down below, and subscribe for more videos like this, and I'll see you the next time.